Gang, 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 gang. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Look at this thing. Magic Square has really outdone themselves. They've oversized their legend scale combaticons, well, just Brawl at least for now, and they've produced this, and this is glorious. They've done an excellent job oversizing it. It isn't just a one-to-one blow-up of their legend scale bot. They've done some manufacturing changes, changed the quality of the material, engineering changes. It just doesn't feel like their matte stuff, the matte vinyl type stuff. It's very, very different, but yet at the same time, it has that beautiful engineering and it has all the great things that we like about that Legends Combaticon set, but now in a masterpiece format. We're going to go over the bot mode, the tank mode, the foot mode, the transformation, and all of that. And I really hope you like the video and the toy as well. I've enjoyed it immensely. And thank you, and thank you, ShowZ, for sending me this toy for review. I hope everyone you enjoy the show. Okay, bye bye. I mean, not bye, but you know what I mean. Dude, I can't believe they did it. They did it. Magic Square upscaled their Combaticon team into masterpiece form. Wow. Wow, right? And we had just been talking about this while doing the legend scale review. We're all talking about and when I say we, like me and the people in the comments were talking about dude, it'd be so great if this could be in masterpiece scale just because it's done so well. And then a few weeks afterwards, I saw on Magic Square's YouTube channel that they were actually putting out, dude, look at the size of this foot. It is the size of my hand roughly. And this back piece, the rear calf covering, it's crazy big, dude. It's almost as big as this dude, right? It's wild, man. One thing I did notice is that this piece is actually stuck to this bit, and on the legend scale one, it's a separate piece. But I mean, whatever, dude. I mean, I don't really care. And yeah, it's nice and chunky and done quite well. I know some folks don't like parts forming. I'm not one of those people. I don't really care, actually. If it looks good, it looks good. And they did a great job. It's not to say that this isn't without its flaws, though. One thing I noticed is that it's pretty light for its scale, and I don't know if it's just because I've become accustomed to handling like some of the fans toy stuff, and that stuff always has this like very very like a hefty diecast feel to it. I don't really feel it on this guy. If it's sprinkled throughout, maybe it's just little pins and things here and there, but I don't feel this like central piece of like chunk. But yeah, it's done really, really well, near seamless and stuff like that. But the more you look at it, the more you realize like, oh yeah, it's definitely upscaled. Because if you look at this over here, it's just molded plastic, right? None of these are independent pieces and stuff like that. And perhaps, I don't know, perhaps at a masterpiece scale, like a tank, you would have seen these things been, whoa. My laptop just turned on. It's like it's overheating or something. You guys hear that? The fan's going crazy. But anyway, yeah, like these are not individual treads and stuff. But again, for me, it's super forgivable. These things, no, I don't think they move around. I have not transformed this yet, but considering my familiarity with the Legends figure, I'm inclined to believe that to some extent it should be familiar. But this looks nice. Look at those details over there, I think that looks great. The engraving, the detailing on top of this area and this area over here too. Like, yeah, all of that like looks nice. I mean, the tank is pretty flat. But yeah, that area is done well too. Like the collarbone kind of trapezius areas done really well. And for what it's worth, the paint where you see it is done extremely well as well. One thing I was going to say is the blasters, they plug into the hands and they are on a tiny tab. I do wish it was a little better. It holds fine, and then this also kind of compresses or folds back, and I guess this is how it's going to connect in alt mode. And same thing goes for this. I don't recall if this was equipable in his hands before in the legend scale one, but this one it is. You can pull this down and there's a little handle over there, and so that's cool. Also, the legends one, these popped off, but they do not. I don't believe they do anymore. But yeah, so this is equipable. It should be both equipable in tank and bot mode. But yeah, since we're just talking about the blasters, they fit into those tabs or those slots that you can see right there. The fingers are all like independently jointed and stuff, and so that's pretty nice. There's a wrist swivel on him, both 180 degrees here, but you can kind of like bend back the wrist too, like he's about to do the Iron Man, like So yeah, done well. Done well. I don't think he has a double elbow. I think he has a basic one. Okay, he has a little bit of extra crunch there, but not too bad. He has a butterfly going forward, so that's pretty nice. I don't recall if this is part of the tank transformation or if it's just there, but he has it nonetheless, and it works well. And he has a very, very deep ab crunch. I don't know if this is a transformation joint or if they just kind of included that, but either way, again, done well, not hateful at all. The one thing about the Magic Square toys, though, is that they have no back kick. Oh. You know what? He even actually has a little skirt that opens up. And I don't know if their Brawl, their Legends one was able to do this, but a lot of the Magic Square toys, they can't do this. Like, they fixed the little tail skirt on the back, but this one's able to do it. So that's pretty nice, man. And then he can do the full Van Damme over here as well, I believe. And shout out to Bobby Skullface, the first person I heard use that term, the full Van Damme. I will say these are on ratchets, and that's fine. But there is a secondary joint here. I mean, this secondary joint, this is not on a ratchet, and it's just on a piece of plastic. I am worried that over time, the amount of force that you have to exert to kind of bring the legs in, they're somehow going to damage some of the hip connectors because the other areas just aren't as secure. So I am a tiny, tiny bit concerned about that. Up at the top, there's also ratchets as well. When you swing out, there's ratchets. So I guess it's consistent. When you swing out, there's ratchets. But back and forth, it's just on frictions as well. And the ratchets are very tight, and I don't know, just has me a tiny bit concerned. I think he has can he rock? Not really, not really. But yeah, man, the leg joint is kind of interesting in that it's this thing that Magic Square does frequently, and they make it so that the front skirt kind of like bends up. The knee, like you can have it situated like this, but it can also sit back there. And so I don't know if that helps with the double bend, but he has a pretty deep knee bend, and so that's pretty chill. And then here there's like a ankle pivot and stuff like that. And boy, I really wish I had the Brawl figure on hand with me to do a comparison with these guys. Just kind of wasn't thinking about it, but yeah. This area probably is the one of most concern for me. Like, it's cool that it does the hi-ya and stuff, but like, I don't know. I'm just a little concerned about like how much stress this joint can undertake. And what's also interesting is this is on like a pin. So I wonder if it like pivots in certain angles. But then, but yeah. So you just kind of adjust it, and then you can what is it? You can bring the sculpt back to how it was looking. But yeah, so that's kind of like the range of motion and stuff. But oof. Love the ratchets, at the same time, just a little bit scary. Man, what a nice piece. What a nice piece. The plastic, I don't know if this is paint or if it's been polished or something like that, but it's very different from the vinyl that they typically use to manufacture their figures. And I'm down with that. Yeah, I'm down with that because I'm not a huge fan of that kind of matte, flat vinyl thing that they got going on. But this dude's chill. He's mega chill. We saw the accessories just a second ago, and a couple of other things that he comes with is he comes with the little lights for the tank that I haven't installed. Then we have his little card over here, and then we have the instructions. And then certainly last but not least, we got the box. Artwork is done good enough. I mean, it just seems like a really big version of the box from the Legend scale. And again, I'm just tripping out that they chose to make this guy this big. And so, yeah, why don't we go through the transformation and we'll learn a little bit more about him. And yeah, and then we'll see how similar the transformation is to its Legend scale version. Yeah? All right, I'll be right back. All right, before we go into the full transformation, really quick, I just want to show you the instructions. And one of the things about it is, like, man, they abbreviate a lot of things, or at least they, like, condense a lot of stuff. They're like, open up the shoulders, flip up the hands, bring this down, and then spin this around. It's just like, whoa. And then it's like, bring the head back. And, like, I don't know. It seems a little easy to get lost. But we're going to do our best with this guy. And I think it's saying, like, pull these arms out, like so. Yeah. Feels nice. And they're asking us to bring up the arms. And I think they're asking us to bring the head, this whole entire contraption out. And so you see those, there's a name for these things, but these tab areas, the name is escaping me right now. But yeah, there is a very specific name for these things, but I'll just call them tabs. So it looks like you untab that, and then they're saying, bring this down. And it looks like it's going to spin on us at the same time. They're saying open these up underneath the forearms. And then bend the fist up. The plastic feels good. The plastic feels really good. And the materials, everything feels very good. I just got to make sure that I can get the fist in there. Nice. Compresses up nicely. Let me get this one in there. Dude, you don't know how many times I've almost like lost a nail while doing these types of things, dude. Okay, that felt good. Closed up really well, seamless, nothing getting in the way and stuff. And I think, yeah, I may have followed like everything to a T. And I think now with this open, we can open this up. Okay, it looks like this is going to become compressed. We're going to compress this down over here. And it looks like the arms will also just kind of compress in on themselves. And so cool. Cool. We're doing it, friends. We're doing it, friends. And so we have that like that. This is still like opened up. The head is up and out, and I do recall, like in the legend scale version, like this bit has to like come out, and it looks like we're doing the same thing. It's bring this down. This turret looks like it's spinning around. This, like all of this, looks like it's coming out. So far, so good. And I think they're saying that this entire piece. Okay, there we go. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. And even this lifts up. There's this like square block right here. And so far so good. And I think they're saying that the head is supposed to fold up. And all of this feels kind of familiar. And that's going to go like that. And my laptop is on the fritz, dude. Can you hear it? It's like... And who made that term up, on the fritz? But I hope that's accurate. And if not, I'm in trouble. But yeah, I'm just going to say so far, so good. And then it's asking us to... Like, I don't know if this is supposed to be flush. Oh, I think I messed something up. Give me 1 second. Okay, it looks like I had this part wrong. I had just closed this up normally, like we were doing it in robot mode. But in fact, you actually have to bring these out, push this in, and when you close this, rather than having this be level, you actually have to rock it up. And that makes a lot more sense. And then from there, I imagine these two bits will close up on each other. They don't appear to have tabs with one another, but it does rely on the treads to tab in up right over there and also down over here. And so there are guiding tabs and ports for this. Cool. I just kind of gave it a squeeze. And yeah, that looks like the way it's supposed to look right now. So I'm feeling good about that. On the bottom, the instructions show that they want us to kind of open this up for now. So we've done that. And I mean, I suppose I could even open it up further if I lift up the flaps over there. But yeah, we'll get there when we get there. So, okay, so this is just as is. And then so come down over here. Oh yeah, I remember this bit. This is a very important piece that like locks things in place. I wonder what it looks like. Give me a second, gotta find a spudger. All right, so 1 second, all right, sorry. All right, I'm back. Okay, so I got this bit like loosened up, and after it says this is loosened up, it says that this bit is going to, like this bit is going to raise up, perhaps become untabbed from all of this. There we go. Because this was all tabbed into here quite securely, might I add. And so yeah, got this kind of loosened up. And now got to just work on like this bit. I know all of this coming out is going to create the rear of the tank and whatnot, and I think even all of this has to come out, but I don't exactly know how to do it. Give me 1 second. All right, I found that I was getting like way ahead of myself, so I took a couple of steps back, and so let's just focus on the foot first. This bit, I believe, is going to fold up into that empty space. Right there, like that. Okay. Then what else is it asking us to do? This bit, okay, is going to kind of bend up like that. This I don't really recall too much, actually. But yeah. But all right, well, it does kind of look like that, so we'll just kind of do our best. And then, so from here, it says bring this bit out, and then this is going to sit inside here or something like that later. But we'll work on that later. So, okay, all of these bits are coming out as intended. This bit, I think this is new. I don't really recall this on the Legend Scale version. So this is quite interesting. And then so it says bring this out. And I think they're saying fold this in. But I don't really know what to do after that with this piece. Give me 1 second. All right, I actually had to step away for a second because this connection was just so tight. I just wanted to ensure that I wasn't going to break anything. And so the big crux is this. Removing this for the first time took a little bit of elbow grease. But yeah, so you need to get that out of the way. And then this apparently straightens up. And inside here, there's a flap that comes out over here. And then there's another flap that comes out to secure. But hold up for a second. How do I get it? I'm like, how do I get it to sit? Oh, okay, on the other side. There we go. There we go. That's nice. That's nice. And then this is going to spin around here. And then it's going to re-tab itself. But, bruh, this is, yeah, that I'm going that well. But okay. I think it's coming together. And then this bit ultimately will all come over here. So that's fine and dandy. This section should move up. Right, and I know I'm kind of freestyling right now. I probably shouldn't. I'm just trying to see if I'm like, because I feel like I lifted up. I removed all the flaps that are supposed to flap out. so to speak. I gotta figure out this piece. This tabs in right there. This, I mean, all of this looks good. Oh. Wait, hold up. Is that right? Or I'm just wondering, like, is this actually supposed to be, like, is there a way for me to, no, I think I had it right. I think I had it right. Get this compressed. And that's all good. This feels nice and tight. Honestly, I think that's everything. I just want to make sure that when I bring these up, all the right tabbing places are situated in the right spot. Like this has to tab into the foot. Okay, man. Doing it for the first time, everything's just very, very stiff and very, very tight. And this, okay, then that slides into this. And that will now enable us to tab this in at the rest of the pieces. And yeah, man, that looks pretty good. All right, dude, thanks for watching. No, I'm just kidding. For the most part, I feel like I got everything right. Let's see if we can replicate it on this side with ease. Maybe I got the toe wrong. Maybe, huh? Maybe. Or, oh. Yeah, that looks like it's supposed to do that. Cool. So how do we do this earlier? Oh, you know what? I probably need to close this later with this all. I just got a little over eager. I'll just remove that because this bit has to all like kind of fit down there. And I will start by removing this keystone bit. Yeah, this is like the archstone, keystone, the thing that basically keeps the leg together. And I'm about to lose another nail right now. Bruh. There we go. There we go. Then we got to untab this. So everything fits very, very tightly, you know, and I do wonder if that will change after subsequent like transformations and stuff. Yeah, I gotta admit, man, I do like how everything, as panely as it is, it's very cool how they managed to like fit everything inside there. And I think that's it's very, very nice. And now I gotta fold that bit in later. Let's get that in there. And then we're gonna fold that bit out. And then the foot's gonna rock back, and then that's going to tab into the side of the foot, so that tells me it's the right place, but there we go, there we go. Nice, satisfying clickola. And that will bend down. This bit. Oh man, where do I even provide the, you know what I'm, oh, oof. Not great. That wasn't fun. But where was that bit that we removed earlier? That silver bit, or that gray bit. I think it was this thing, huh? And this will come undone. And that will fold up. And the right placement for it is going to be like right next to the leg there. And so it's going to be like that. Yeah, that's the right placement for it. Let me... All right, so it's going to be like that. That's going to be like that. Then we got to do this. Yes, yes. Man, let's say, yeah, doing this at a larger scale and also having some degree of familiarity with it now, having reviewed 3 of these, two of these, or whatever, I'm much more comfortable. I'm much more comfortable. But yeah, having it this large obviously also helps tremendously. So all right, getting that in there, then folding this bit up, fold that down, fold that down. This is going to come over here. This is going to come up. That's going to tab in at the top, and now these bits are going to tab in. Great, great, great. This is on a slider. Dude, I was compelled for a second to say it, bust out. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. I do need this to slide forward. And it's getting stuck on something. And I'm wondering if it's the robot head. Okay. I pushed in the robot head a little bit more. And I'm able to get some better clearance. But I don't think that's it. Yeah, I think it has to be one more notch forward. But I wonder if I was supposed to spin their head around or something like that. Maybe I missed it in one of the steps. All right, hold on. Let me try to clean them up off camera. 1 second. Ba-bum! Yeah, sorry about that. I had to undo a bunch of things and redo a couple of areas because, yeah, I found out that, I don't know, I just didn't observe a couple of orders of operation, but got everything done. One of the most difficult parts, I think, was actually getting everything to tab in together just because everything is just so tight and so stiff. It's a brand new toy. This is a fresh unboxing, and so I'm going to attribute it to all of that. But dude, he came together really, really well. Yeah, I mean, better than the Legend Scale version just because it's bigger and there's more stuff that you can like mess with. Didn't feel as flimsy. It's not, like I said, it's not made of the same type of like plastic. It feels good, even though the other type of plastic is quite durable in its own right. And then you can see that we have the accessories. Oh, you know what? I don't have his little light things on, but that's completely fine. He looks really nice, man. He looks really, really nice. Fake treads, and so he just has like tires underneath. The turret can like move around, and if you pop this off, then he has a little bit extra movement too. Oh, you know, I was thinking the Legend Scale toy, I think this bit is actually attached to these little canister things, now that I think about it. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right. But you want to see what he looks like in the foot? Because like the foot is like huge, right? And I don't think it's that difficult to transform it from this right here into the foot. So give me 1 second. I'm going to grab the instructions and take a look, and I'll be right back, okay? All right, let's see what the foot mode looks like. I was going to say to start, I compressed this and I removed the accessories, as you can see. And these we flip down. And this part, it says flip open. And so I'm trying to see. It looks like this is going to flip up. This is probably going to house the knee connection here. Like all these little bits that you see are probably going to clamp onto something. But for the time being, we have this, and we can push that back. And there's corresponding tabs and slots for this that fits nice and secure. And this should close up, and oh yeah, there's tabs underneath the leg where this can slot into, and that feels really, really great. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's wild, dude. Look, compared to my hand, this fool's gonna be massive. It's gonna be massive. I'm thinking he might be taller than Unicron, or might be Unicron scale, the HasLab one. Feels really good. Feels really, really hefty. And then we have, like, you know, ratchets there, and I think there's like a toe tilt a little bit. I can see that there's a hinge there and stuff, but oh my goodness. This is going to be gnarly once he's done. You know, I had considered selling this set. I might keep it, dude, just because it's so massive and gnarly, huh? Anyway, my friends, this has been a wild one, hasn't it? I thoroughly enjoyed this. And I hope you haven't minded too much of me like bumbling through the instructions and stuff. You know, that's what we typically do. I'm kind of doing like fresh reactions and stuff, and so it isn't the smoothest. But I hope it does come off as charming and endearing, because I'm just another collector like you, you know, just messing around, enjoying my toys and stuff. But I don't know what's going on with my laptop. I don't know if you can hear all of that, but I'm going to deal with it. But for the time being, I wish you all, what is it? What's the term? I wish you adieu. I wish you farewell. I hope everyone has a good evening or morning or whatever, dude. I'm losing myself. It's the end of the day, dude. I blame it on hunger. See ya.